This conference will now be recorded.
Alright team, so as usual you'll have to log in into your system. This is my system, which is okay. We are using your employee central, right? So for employee central there is a different system, and if I press enter here, so here you will see your further detail. My system is a bit slow team because today it's I'm actually doing the my laptop scan, so it is actually taking lots of time to open up something. But anyhow, we'll see how you know what actually the session will go. So here, if when you press enter and you come into your your success factor homepage. Now we were actually doing your all these theory part of it. There was yesterday also we have done some theory part of it, and let's just continue with those theory part. So we talked about it that there is a two major section where your data has been divided, which is a corporate data and another is a succession data that we have it here. Now in your this section that we have it here, we can actually go ahead and so we have it your all these detail and section, which is going to be into your this section that we have. So here so there is a another team which is known as your manage organization pay and or job structure. Now in this one, it's like you see all your corporate data. Like for example, oh, well, my system is also not login. Actually, I think it's because of this. It's slow. This is happening because of this. Okay, so should I stop it? Okay, let me refresh this. It is. Okay, that's quite a strange theme. So let me cancel this because it is actually stopping my rest of the other login which is working. There is always something or the other. There is a issue with this laptop, and it's a new laptop. Can you beat that? Okay, so finally when I stopped, it has logged in. Okay, let this close, and then we will start with the further theory that we have it here. So here, if it comes into your this section and into your this section, God, system is very slow. Let this get closed. I'm sure it will be fine then. So here we have it all these section, which is okay. So we have it your manage your organization pay and job structure, and if you come into your this section, okay, so here if you come see team, this is a new system that we have it here, and let me show you how your employee central basically it looks like. When you open up your employee file, you will see that all your system and everything, it will come here like this. So you can see your public profile, which is coming up here like this, right? And if I open up further detail, now the system is slow team because this has to close, and because of which the system is slow. So okay, it's not even. So if I look at into my personal information, so you will see all these data, it is going to come into your personal information, and here you will see all your this section and everything which is coming here into your this detail that we have it here, which is your personal information that we have it here. Then after your this personal information, we so here you can see all your how your data and everything which is coming up here, right? So as compared to your old system, if you remember how your data and everything, it was coming into your old system. So in that way you can see how it is coming into your this section that we have it here. Okay, it is still taking time to open up. Okay, that's a lot of time, right? So that's actually a lot of time. How do I close this? This is not responding. Okay, anyhow, so you can see all your data and everything, how it is coming. And so this is much better than as compared to your old system that we have it, right? So in old system it was like something a very flat structure it used to come here, right? So here if I come into my manage organization pay and job structure, so this is your manage organization pay and job structure. It is now in this screen team, you will see in employee central what will happen. Your majority of your screen will be divided into two sections, which is your which is into your this section. So here we have it into your search, and here we have it into your selection. So here you have it your search and selection, which is coming into your this section that we have it here. So in your search and everything, you can see it's like in all these object that we have it here. So if you remember yesterday we did all these object and everything, right? So here also you have it your object like location group, and if you want to see your existing location group, it's like you can see into your this section. So if I open up here, you can see Asia Pacific. So here you have it your Asia Pacific location group. It is going to come here. So team, it is actually a bit slow. So here you have it your all these Asia Pacific and Australia, which is coming up here. Then you have it your all European, Euro, Middle East, and A is for Africa. So this is your Europe, Middle East, and Africa is coming up here, right? So like this, you can see all your this your element which is coming up here, and then based on this, if you want to create something new, so here from this section, you can create your new location group that you wanted here. Same way, you can see your geo zone and your all other activity. But team, if you come here down, when you will click into your cost center, you will see the cost center has been migrated to your MDF. Now, what is this MDF? MDF is a metadata framework, and any element which has been migrated to your MDF, you can see those data from your manage data. So from here you can see your data that you have it here. Okay, so if you want to click here into your this section, you will see from your manage organization pay and job structure, it will directly go to your manage data that we have it here. So here you can see it has come directly to your manage data, and in your manage data you can see your all these section and everything that we have it here. Now in here you can see it's like you have it your all managed data, right? So any element, it's like team, if it is migrated to your MDF, so you will see that into your managed data. Now why for to corporate data, we have the to detail, we can maintain that. The reason being, it is in your managed data you can directly maintain that in your system, but in your manage pay and organization you will have to use your XML file that you have it here, right? So XML file, it's not that team, there is a coding and everything that you have to do. So not very many people are comfortable with the XML file. That is the reason when SAP bought SuccessFactors, they moved all the their majority of their element into your managed data. So they have moved almost your 80% of your data. Some of the data which are still available, but very soon it's like they're going to move even that also. And as soon as they move, so in that case this will be not required anymore into the system that we have it here. Then team, apart from this, so if you come into your managed data, so here if you click into your this, so you can see all your managed data, the detail which is coming into your this section that we have it here, right? So here also you have it your managed data and into your this section. So So just you have to remember, if you have it into your any element, or object which you have it into your manage organization pay and job structure. So which element or object you're going to have it? Same, your corporate data type. So any element or your this section that you will have it. So both detail are into your corporate data that we have it here. So any of your element or something which will be there, so you can actually, so if it is there into your manage organization pane job structure, you will maintain that with your XML. If it has been migrated to your manage data, in that case you can directly go ahead and make the changes into the system that we have it here. So this is what the two difference, you will find that into your this section that we have it here. Hello team, are you able to hear me? Hello. Hello, team, are you able to hear me? Okay, all right. So then you have it into your this section which is your manage data. So in your manage data you can do that all your detail. Now what is the basic detail which you will be doing that? If I come here again into the admin center, and from admin center if I again come here into your this section, so if you have to make any changes which you will be doing that is into your configure object definition. So configure object definition, you have it. You might not understand what is actually a configure object definition, but at this point of time just understand you have it your configure object definition where you can change all your necessary corporate data detail which will come here. Now, this was your corporate data model. Let's talk about where you can maintain your succession data model. So succession data model, which is your employee related data model. So that you will do that into your, so employee related data, you will have it and do that into your manage business configuration. Alright, so this is what the difference between your these two detail team. We will see that into coming session that what is actually these two detail that we have it here. So these two detail we will see more into your coming session that we going to do that. Rest of the everything it is fine here. And so let's go ahead further. Now we have seen your this object, manage organization pay and job structure. We have also seen your manage data, and now we talked about it employee related data. Now apart from this team, you also have it one more way to hire, which is a add new employee. You have seen me hiring one employee with a UDF file where we just create an account for that particular person, right? And apart from that account we don't do anything else for that employee that we have it here. So that is the two detail that you have it into your that section where you can see your all these detail and everything which is going to be there. So apart from this, you would be having into your those section and everything. So let's see that team how we going to add a new employee into the system. So into your employee center, so we're going to come into your add new employee. Okay, so here we have it your add new employee, and in this add new employee you will come here and you can see manage employee, and in your this section you can see add new employee which is coming up here, right? So if you come here into your add new employee, you will see all your detail which is coming into your add new employee that we have it here. So here you will see all these section and everything which is coming here, and those detail that we have it here. So what we I'm going to do, I am going to actually go ahead and figure it out, all those detail and everything that we can actually go ahead and do that, and those further section and everything it's like which is going to be there. So here you can see all your this section and everything which is coming up here. Now you can see it's like your hire date which is coming up here for your today's date. So, and which company do you want to hire? Okay, this star sign team, it means it is your mandatory option. So this asterisk sign, wherever you will see that you have it your asterisk sign, and those asterisk sign, it will mean that it is a mandatory option that you have it into your this section. So here if we come into your company section, so in your this company section you're going to see all your this detail and everything that we have it here. So here into your, if I open up here, okay, I don't know, the system is very slow today. So you can see it's like okay, let me team just close your this section. So here if I come into your this section, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to hire a person for USA. Now here you can see event reason which is coming up here. So in your this event reason, what we're going to do, we're going to maintain all your event reason section that we have it here. So here if I come into your this section, so you will see that what is a what is a, why do you want to add an employee, whether it's an expansion or this is some transfer has happened or it's a new hire. So I'm going to take it as a new hire, but as a reason you can take it here as a any of your this detail, which you can put that as a reason that why you are actually hiring a new employee into the system. So that's a another section that which is coming into your this detail that we have it here. Now let's go ahead further detail what we're going to see that here. So here you can see your first name, last name, and your all name which is coming up here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it here. I'm going to hire somebody with the name. Let's hire uh, you know whom to hire. Give me some name, team. So Ram. Oh, Ram is a very common name, Kishore. So Ram is a very common name. I have taken that into many batches. So I'm Ram, Bharat, Lakshman, all these mythological character I've hired. Actually, let's take the Mahabharat character. Yudhishthir, my God, such a spelling name, I don't know. U Y U this Dhir, Yudhishthir, Dir. Actually, I hope so. Yudhis, S is missing, right? Udhirs, Yudhishthir. Acha, so I don't know what is that spelling and everything, but so let's hire Yudhishthir, and I'll make him as a Yudhishthir Gupta because, and anyway, team, I am just only filling this as a mandatory information that we have it here. So you can see it's like only the mandatory information which I'm filling into your this section. Rest of the information I am not filling that, but when you will be doing that into your actual company, so you will have to go ahead and do all your this section that we have it here. All right, so your middle name and your suffix, it's like if you want to do that display name, birth name, whatever. There are some people who have their very different birth name, right? So then you have it your personal ID. So if you remember personal ID, we have discussed this a lot in this UDF file, so I am not discussing anymore your personal ID that we have it here. Then apart from this personal ID, we also have some various other detail and section, so which is going to come here, so which will be your various other detail and section which is going to be into your this detail that we're going to have it here. So here you can see your national ID card that we have it here. So in this national ID card you can see it's like so what is national ID card? National ID card, that there is some specific national ID which is actually required, which your employee has to fill. Like for example, if you select your United States, they have the social security number, right? So if you fill your this information, so you will see that your social security number, it has come up here. So if I select your this detail, you can see it is also telling you in which format it has to come here, right? It is a number, so it is showing as n. So it is 3, 2, and 4. So this is the format your social security number it's supposed to come here. So same way team, even in India also, if you fill that as in India, you will see it's going to take up your PAN number. So here you can see your PAN number, and here also you can see your detail, which is comes some A stands for alphabet and N stands for number, which is coming into your this section that we have it here. And then team, apart from your this section, we're going to see let's see for some another country that we have it here. Oh yes, Kishore. Now obviously it is Aadhaar card, but I think all these, but government has not officially declared, Aadhaar card as a this national ID for India, right? So as of now, though it is, they are still doing all these detail. I think as soon as they will have all these information, then they will make it here as a Aadhaar card as a mandatory information. No, in even in the national wise, they will do that. All your those section which is going to appear there. So let's see that for some another country, what all information they require it. So if I open that here, which country you people want to see that team? Let's see that for Singapore. So here you have it your Singapore, and if I come into your Singapore, you can see NRIC, national registration, whatever it is, you can see your detail which is coming up here, and here you can see your national ID also, which is coming into your this section that we have it here, right? So like this, you can also see your those section and detail which is coming up here. And if you want to see some another country, and let's see your Japan, because Japan is quite a good friend to India. So here if I see your Japan, so here in your Japan you can see they have a pension number. Oh, so it has a 4 and 5 digit pension number. Are you want to Kishore want to see for Australia? Okay, so let's see for Australia also. Kishore is planning to go to Australia. Oh, wonderful. So you have the visa and everything done? Acha, not now. Okay, but don't worry. Success factor will only make you travel across the globe. Huh? So here you have it here for Australia. You can see it is TFN, and which is a text file number, and you can see how your national ID it has to be filled here. So it is showing you all your those detail which you have to fill it into your this section that we have it here, right? Then apart from this team, you also have it your certain another section which is going to come here, and it is going to reflect into your those section that we have it here. Anyhow, so let me come back to United States, because we are hiring for USA that we have it here. So I'm going to select it for USA, and here I'll select it here as your social security number, and this social security 3, 2, and 4. So I'm going to take it here as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think that's it, right? Yeah, 3, 2, and 4. I think it's okay. So then you have it here as a, is this is a primary detail? Yes, it is a primary. Let's see if there is any other detail which is mandatory. So if you come here, you can see your date of birth. Though date of birth is not mandatory, but let's just fill that. So here, if I come into your this section, so I'm going to hire this person into 1980. So here I have it on which date. I'll take it for today's date only. So you can see I've hired this person. No, his this person date of birth, which is Yudhishthir Gupta. Yudhishthir Stir. I don't think so. There is any R. Yudhishthir. Okay, so here you have it your date of birth, and now what will happen team if you remove any of your mandatory information, and if you go ahead further, so in this case what will happen, system will give you the error, right? It is showing you last name is required, so you have to go ahead and fill your this information. So here you have it your this information, and then you can press it next. Then you will come into your personal information that we have it here. Now team, do take this adding a new employee as because the next session that we're going to have it on Monday, theory session, it will be all based on the new this hiring employee that we have it here. So here it is your personal information. So if you have any personal information about this, so you can actually go ahead and fill all these information as your personal information that you have. It is second title. I don't think so. There would be any second title. Marital status. I'll keep it as married. Okay, let's do that because your tester was married to Draupadi. So then marital status since when? So I'll take it here as a since your 2011. So the nationality, I'll take it here as a USA because we are hiring for the USA that we have it here, right? Then your is this a challenge status, certificate date, and everything. Now, since you can see in the previous step we have given as a person information in the United States, so it is asking you that what is the as per the US government, you can see all these mandatory information. It is coming into your this section, right? Is this is ethnic group, veteran, or other protected veteran, or armed forces, or type of visa, or anything, it's like which you have it here. So here you can fill all those section and detail. This is your personal contact, and this is a dependent, so I'll make it your wife as a dependent. So Draupadi was the name of the dependent that we have it here, right? So I'm going to mention that as a Draupadi that we have it. Draupadi. Okay, so Draupadi, it is coming up here. So here we have it here as a Gupta, and then we have it here as a your this is your spouse. So I'll take it here as a spouse that we have it here, and then you have it your date of birth. So let's put it your date of birth. So here I'll take it here as a 1982 and enter it. So here you can see. So what I'm doing it here, I am just filling out the mandatory information so that I can show you all these section and detail the way it is coming into your this section that we have it here. Then you can also see there are some another information which is coming up here, which is your contact information. So here you have it your email type, which is your business, and into your SAP address you have it here as a SAP success factor trainer, SAP success factor trainer at the rate gmail.com. This is what my mail ID it is primary. Then phone number also select it here as a cell number. I'm not going to give my number, but I will give any random number that which is here into your this section. Then if you remember team, if you come into your social account information, so in this one what has happened, you remember it's like messenger was something which was very long time back. It's like when there was not so much of internet and when there was not so much of phone. So in that time, though those people, they used to use lots of messenger, right? So those messenger you also have it into your this section. So I'm just going to give it at the Yudhishthir, your detail for Yudhishthir. Yudhishthir at the rate yahoo.com. Are my issue with the internet? So here, hello, hello, team. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, team, it's actually raining, so and when it rains, so sometimes it just happens, your call gets drops and everything, right? So anyhow, so here we have it, your social account information, and in your social account information, you can see your address, and you can see your address type is also coming up here, and then whatever the address and everything you want to do that. So let's give it here as an address, as in street number street number 9 and sector also 9. I'll give it here. This is not the actual address, but I don't have a choice, so I'll give it here as a New York. Good thing about the New York, it is, it's a city also and it's a state also, so you don't have to remember much, right? Otherwise, I'm not much aware about the US states and everything. So here you have it a zip code, and they have it a 5-digit zip code. County. So here you have it your this detail, and if I go ahead with the next section, you will see it will come here as a job information that we have it here. So here, if I come into your this section, you will see your it will show up here as a job information, which will actually let you to go ahead and complete your job section and everything into your this section. So here you can see your job information which has taken up here, and your job information, your incumbent of a parent position, it is what. So I'll give it here as a my this detail. So let's see that if my detail it is coming up here. So incumbent of the parent position, so anybody who's going to work, so it's going to report to me. So then if I don't, because I have not created any position under me, so I can't define a position here. This is a company, so let's select it here as a business unit. I'll take it here for healthcare, then I'll take it here for division as a so healthcare, then department, let's take it here as a clinical. Location, we have already taken as a New York, right? No, but New York was a city where he was staying, but we don't know whether the which location the person is going to work. Anyhow, I don't have a choice except to take New York because I don't know much city in the USA. So once you have selected your this detail, you have it your cost center and everything, but you can see these are not mandatory, but still you can select it here. Now team, you can see it's like the moment you selected your New York, it has automatically taken your timing and everything which has taken up here, right? So whose will be your supervisor? It's going to be me. Um, so here this is me, and then job classification, you can see something which is coming up here as a mandatory, right? So let's see what is a job classification that we have it here. So if any job classification which is going to come into your this section. Okay, I don't know what job classification. I'm going to take it here into HR. Let's see that here. So this is what you can see your HR detail has taken up here. FTE team, what is FTE? FTE means it's a full-time employee. All right, so FTE means full-time employee. So this is your FTE actually it means, and in this case you will have it here as a full-time employee. So if you have a full-time employee who is actually going to hold that position, you will mention as one. If you have a two people who are going to hold that position, you will mention as 0.5. If you have a 3 person, then you will mention as your 1 divided by 3, whatever the number it comes here, you will mention that into your FTE that you have it here. So here you can see this position can only be occupied by one person. Then you have this You can see the standard weekly hour, it is coming up here as a 40. It's a regular position. Then you have it here, your another section. You can see your country, it is into this section. Now the rest of the information which is not mandatory. Time information team, it is something that we will be, that's a last topic in your employee central which will be there. That's a time information, and then we're going to, so anyhow, when we will define our time information, then we will come and we will define your time information which is going to come here. Then rest of the everything is fine. So here you have it, your job relationship, additional manager. Also let me put it into my name only. So here I have it, your additional manager. Then this is your work permit. So let me just take it for United States, and I'll maintain that your passport document type as your passport. So this is your document type which is coming into your this section. So here you have it, your, array, what is this? This is, I think it's a some permanent resident or something, whatever it is asking, right? So what visa type they have it in US? Work visa, I'll take it here. And this is your, I'll maintain that your passport. So here you have it, your document number. I'll give it any this passport number. And issue date, I'll take it here as your into your 2017. Issue place, New York. Issuing authority, I think New York, whatever it is, you can take it here. Let's see what else it is mandatory. So you have it here as an employment detail. I think rest everything is fine. So we can go ahead with the next section. So if you come into the next section, you will come into your compensation information, and in your compensation information, you will see your the next detail which will come. So it will have it all your compensation related information which is going to come here. So with your this section, you will see your further detail and section which is going to come here. So here you want to put that your pay type. So if I put that here as a salary type, then here it's going to come, is he eligible for benefit? Yes. Is he eligible for car? Yes. What is the benefit and what is the comp ratio? What is team, you already know what is comp ratio and what is range penetration, right? That's something which we've already discussed that into your compensation. So so we already know that. So if you have a third, your system access and everything which is already in place, so you can mention that your system access and ID and everything, and then your payroll ID, then what will happen, it will automatically fetch your data from here. But anyhow, I'm just going to maintain only one data, which is a basic pay. So here if I come and select your salary component, which will be your basic pay, I'll give it here as uh, a $10,000 USD, and frequency I'll give it here as a monthly. Though in US it is like they take it as a bi-weekly. So let's take it bi-weekly only. So here you have it your bi-weekly, and then you have it all your this section and everything, and into your this section which is going to be there, you will have it your into your this section. So here you will see all your this section. So then you can see so what it has done, it why it is showing as a 2,60,000, because 20,000 it comes to be monthly, right? Because bi-weekly if it comes to be, so then there are total 52 weeks, right? Sorry, 52 weeks. So 12 and 12 month which are there. So 24 into 10,000, how much it comes to be? 2,40,000, right? And then there are some some month has a 5 week also, right? So I think total you can see it's like all those calculation they have taken up here as a 260 detail which is coming up here. Then you also have it here as a team your pay target. So if you have it your pay target and anything, maybe let's select it here as a bonus. So in this case you getting as a bonus as a 3,000 USD dollar. Frequency, I'll take it here as a monthly. I'm not going to give it here as a or maybe let's take it as a bi-weekly only, even this section also. So then here you have it your bi-weekly, and then here you have it your spot bonus, maybe like Diwali bonus or Christmas bonus, what the organization offers. So here I have it here as a Diwali bonus, and this is to be given into the month of October. 17th October, then you have it here as a, how much is the percentage amount? I'll take it here as a $10,000, right? This is 1 lakh. So $10,000. So this is what you have it all your this section. And if I go ahead and next, what will happen? It will ask me for the save section. So I have selected the next option, but it is not doing anything. Let me save this here. So you will see that it will save your this information that we have it here. So here you will see all your this information and everything which is going to be, so like this team you will do your all these hiding and everything which is coming into your this section that we have it here. Now you can see it is actually doing something, so let's just wait what actually it is doing. I don't know why my system has gone slow. Maybe it was because of the uh, so here we have it your all these detail and everything. We have it into your those sections, so we can you have it your all these detail. uh, you know so you can see all your those section and detail, it is going to be there. So here you will see your all these section. I don't know what it is doing, and uh, so we have it your all these section and detail. So let's just wait till the time actually it finishes here. So I think I need to restart my system actually. So whatever it may be team, it will actually come here and you will see all your those section and everything is going to come into your this detail that we have it here. So based on those detail and section, so you can actually go ahead and do your that detail. Anyhow, it will actually go ahead and save whatever it may have it here. So I don't know why it is taking lots of time. The next time team, we're going to discuss again the theory portion, which is again happening on Monday. We're going to discuss 14 step of employee central implementation. Alright, so there are 14 step we have it into your employee central and we have to maintain that. So those 14 step we're going to see how what are those 14 step, and then one by one we will pick up your what is your those section which is happening into your that section that we have it here. Okay, now Hemlata has sent me a message. What she has written that she thought it is a Saturday today. So I have not joined this session. Okay, anyhow. So with this, team, you have it all your this section and everything. So next session, we're going to discuss your 14th step of implementation that we have it here. All right. Any question anybody has it?
Ashish, this personal ID, like it is user defined, right? We can define whatever numeric data, right?
See, you use both the ID that you have it here, whether it's a personal ID or user ID. User ID is for success factor, but your personal ID that you have it here, that is your, like for example, you will see it's like even some of the organization, not in fact some, in fact many, in fact all the organization, you will see it's like even they don't have the ERP, but they still have their personal ID, right?
Yes.
So those are those personal ID. All
Okay.
right.
That can be defined by the admin.
Yes, that can be defined by the admin. If you want the user ID to be same as a same as your personal ID, you can go ahead and do that also.
Oh,
All right.
yes.
Any other question, team? Shiva, any question? Okay, no. All right, team, because we are doing only theory, so I can understand there is not much question because we are all almost discussing everything, right? So then next session, which will be happening on Monday, we're going to discuss all your 14 step of implementation that we have it here. Okay. Chalo. Okay then, team.
Thank you.
All right.